So best friends got each other's back. We used to cruise around with a bass to the max. Everyone in school while I was in the lab, cooking up some beats that would turn into tracks. High school chillin', I was on a mission. I had bigger dreams of being a musician. Teachers always talked but I couldn't seem to listen. I lived in a fantasy land, they called it fiction. But I was gonna be big one day, playing shows on the road to a sold out stage. Nobody really cared or believed I would make it anywhere close, I would fail and fade. But that's cool, I love that, cause any little doubt gives me energy back. And now I'm in a place where I'm glad I never gave up on the dreams I had. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. Yeah, let's go. So if you want something big, you gotta swing fast, swing hard and commit. You might miss 10 times, but when you hit, just make sure that you get all of it, okay? People at the top took risks. Investing and testing is all that they did. It's not complicated, it just takes grit. So never give up, take a swing at it. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Pick and Roll Podcast, episode number 45. I'm here with my guys, Coach Ed Glanny, Blaze Radio, Rios, and our special guest, Unpopular Opinion. How are you guys doing?
Fabulous. How's everybody else doing?
The season is here, finally.
It's good. That was good.
Yo, what's good, man? Yo, Unpopular, you're going to be happy. I drafted Ben Simmons on my fantasy team.
Oh, geez.
That's a good move. I know you're trolling, but
No, I'm not. I actually got him.
Wow.
Like I had to.
That's because I picked him for a comeback player of the year. Mitch is just taking off of me.
taking a chance, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Why not?
Yeah. Oh, I thought I heard something. Yeah. So we're gonna do pick'ems for tonight's game at the end. So let's just start off with breaking news. It looks like the All-Star game is going back to normal. So it's going back to East versus West. It's going back to the original scoring. How do you guys feel about this? I don't know.
I mean, personally, I'm being an old school guy. That's what I know and love. I mean, it's always been East versus West. It's as far back as basketball, all sports really. You know, it's always been East versus West. You know, this new era of superstars picking. It's just like, I mean, that's kind of like, for me, that's like street ball. I mean, and if I want to see street ball, I'm gonna go to the Rucker. Or I'm gonna go around the hood somewhere and I'm gonna see it there. I don't want to see it in the NBA. So, but that's me. That's me. So what about you guys?
No, I feel the same way. Like I grew up watching East versus West, and having two guys pick their own players, like it's just wasn't appealing to me. So I like this new format. The scoring, hopefully they still keep it competitive, but we'll see. But as far as East and West, I'm glad they brought that back.
I am too. But the thing is, with me, it's just like the scoring. I don't think they're going to try again. That's just me. I don't think they're going to try at all. They're just there to have fun. It's going to be Lob City. every time, up and down the court. So I don't know
That's
if
how
I
it's
like
supposed
it.
to be, right?
Yeah, I mean,
That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah.
It is supposed to be fun, and I like it, but I like the competitiveness too.
I said it
Well,
last week. All-Star Game's an exhibition. It's showcasing your top players, your talent. Let them have fun. Let them do the dunks. Let them do the one-on-one stuff. But I'm kind of torn. I'm an old school guy, but I really liked the scoring. The scoring during quarters made it so they needed to try at the end of every quarter, and I kind of like that. I'm a fantasy football freak. I played fantasy forever, so having them pick right before the game was like a street ball game. It was like fantasy basketball right before. So you see teammates playing with each other you normally don't see. So I didn't mind a different format. I did like East and West better back in the day. But think about it, guys. We've talked about this the past couple of weeks. East has 3 or 4 elite teams up there. West has 6 or 7. So it's a little lopsided in my opinion, but it's a showcase of your talent. And so it's an exhibition. I don't mind. I just want the dunk competition to come back the way it used to be, or at least give them a couple million so we get some big names in there.
Yeah, right.
That's what I want. I want that.
I think we all do.
Or hell, even bring a celebrity dunk contest.
Yeah, there's some celebs out there can throw down. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
They're gonna go out there and get hurt, man.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get the right ones. Bro. You get ones that are going to go out there and embarrass themselves too.
Yeah. Well, will Kevin Hart get in the dunk contest somewhere?
You got a trampoline for him?
Maybe he's on Shaq's shoulders. Maybe
they can put him in a slam ball arena.
Yeah, really.
For me, it's just like I love the dunk contest. The 3-point contest, in my opinion, has gotten a little bit better. But then I miss the PlayStation Skills, the original challenge. Not like this whole new thing with 2 teams. I don't like that.
Skills. Are you talking about the skills competition?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. I agree. I did
know,
like that, man.
I don't know. I guess the women do it better because theirs is exciting. So why can't the men match up to?
Well, isn't that what they were doing? They had a legend, a woman, and a current player from Houston, or they have a legend, a woman, and a current player.
Yeah, that's what they was doing. Yeah.
They were mixing it up. I don't mind that.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll see
what
they
I'm
do.
With y'all, man. I like the East and West, man. You know what I'm saying? You had it's that's how it's supposed to be, man. You know, this LeBron era, you know, I want to pick my team. He started all this stuff, man.
Yeah.
I blame LeBron James, man, for the way the NBA is today.
Same.
Agreed.
I mean, there were really players doing that back in the day, just not as much. I mean, LeBron did really bring it back, so I give you on that one. Trade him for Giannis. What? Daniel.
What? Trade who for Giannis?
Giannis is not going anywhere with Dame. No. That is sealed.
And Giannis just signed.
No.
Yeah, he signed a 3-year extension.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he signed an extension. Right. We're going to go over that
it's
later.
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we leave. Now, as far as the East-West, you know, I know, but as you said, you know, with the East-West, there's more teams in the West right now. But remember, it's cyclical. It'll always happen like that.
Oh, yeah.
Before you know it, it'll kind of balance out. Then the East will be the team with more quote-unquote talented teams. And then it'll just – and that, to me, that's the beauty of it. You know, one side does well, so the other side has to catch up. And it just goes back and forth. And I like that. Now, see, that to me is, in a sense, a sense of competition because one side doesn't want to be mollywopped 24/7. So, you know.
Well, that's the thing in the old scoring. If they just go to regular scoring, if a team's up 30 points at halftime, they're done. The game's over. It's not going to be any fun in the second half. So I really like the quarter stuff because then at the end of the game, it was tight. At the end of the half, it got tight. The players stepped it up. You could see we talk about how players ramp up for playoffs. They were doing that for the last 2 All-Star games. Towards the end of the quarters and the end of the game, they started balling. They tightened up. You still got your one-on-one. You still got your alley-oop dunks and stuff like that in the beginning of the quarters. I want an exhibition. I want a fun game. We're going to have some competitiveness, but it's all about showcasing the superstars you got, man, for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I see people in the chat talking about Harden and what he did today, or what the Sixers did. So if you guys didn't know, Harden actually showed up, getting ready to go, and the Sixers told him, no. So they're going to play Milwaukee and Toronto without Harden. So
Woj just reported that he's going to the training facility. The Sixers told him to go to the training facility. He just reported that on NBA, whatever this is, on ESPN.
Yeah. They did. He is going there, so maybe he wants to come back. It's just like the whole thing is just. I'm getting tired of this.
That part I get you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting tired of it. I was not going to bring it.
What kind of jersey you got there, Blazed? I see the
I don't like the word goat, but he is my favorite of all time.
I thought that was a VC jersey. I got
one of them too.
Yeah.
Blaze has jersey. You name it, he probably has it, man.
So Woj did just post, with the season starting, James Harden will not join the 76ers on a 2-game road trip, and the Clippers are stepping down from the trade talks. I think the Clippers stepping down from trade talks is more concerning than him not coming around for 2 games, because that's like the place everyone thought he would end up going.
Well, we already knew that he was going to do that. They already knew that Clippers were going to do that. They're not going to give up Terrence Mann. So we already knew that was going to happen. Yeah. It's just crazy at this point.
But we got to leave it up to him to where he wants to go now. I mean,
we've seen this show before.
I know. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
one of the greats. Don't get me wrong. I knock him all the time, but he's one of the greats. Being an ass like this.
Teacher got game. No, I don't want that trade either. I don't want it. No. No. He said Embiid,
according to the internet, the last couple of days.
No, me and Unpopular talked about that last night. I'm like, no.
And if it's the Hall that's around there in the talks, I would be almost tempted to take it.
Of course,
Sixers.
you guys would.
Picks and like 4 or 5 prospects.
No, it's no prospects. It's Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, and I also saw that it's
RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson are still prospects. They're not really greats right now. I mean, they're good. They're great players. They're not great. They're not superstars.
They got potential.
Yeah, potential is probably a better word than prospect that I meant to say. Potential guys that'll contribute for the MVP. I mean, he's still the MVP.
That's way too much for me. I mean. No, it makes no sense. You're stripping them.
Who do you have left after that?
Exactly.
I've given up a lot.
You're giving up 3 starters. You're giving up 3 starters
and some bench players.
And one of your number 1, 2. Yeah. So
the Knicks would have to hope that there would be people out there who'd be like, hey, I want to go play with Joel Embiid, and some big names would come over. That's what they would have to hope for. If you would give up that much, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't give up that much for him either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
you gotta understand,
no, you got.
He's got an injury history too, Joel Embiid. So you can't dismiss that either.
Exactly. So
and he's 30 years old at this point. Like big men don't last a long time in the NBA.
I'm not giving up Brunson either. You can dead that. You can dead that. Dead it. No.
Yeah, I have a hard time thinking Embiid has a higher ceiling than what we saw last year. I mean, I hate to say it. He's the MVP. Yeah. He can't go any further in the playoffs, so I think that could be his ceiling.
It's just crazy.
Unless you pair him with a certain superstar. I don't know who that might be. You've seen that in other, it could rejuvenate someone, or I don't know. It's just
exactly.
That's like in Minnesota, Coach. I picked my MVP. I went on a limb. I said Ant, but it's up to Cat. If Ant's going to be the MVP, it's up to Cat. But Ant has it. He can do it. But Cat has to hand the reins over, like you said the other week, Coach. And I don't know if that's happening.
It never works out over there with Karl Anthony Towns for some reason. It didn't work out with Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's not really working out with Gobert. I don't know, man. Something about that guy, man. I don't trust him.
At some point, I realized, you know what? He's kind of the problem. Like, all these guys don't get along with him. They can't work with him. Like, what's the common denominator at this point?
Once you hit a certain age, like you guys just said, 30 is old in the NBA. Once you hit a certain age, you got to take a roll back if you want to keep playing longer.
Julius Randle's got to do the same thing. Me and Coach was just talking about that. At some point, you got to step back and say, let me let somebody a little bit better than me, or that has more upside than me, take the reins, let me fall back, play that number 2 role and take some of the pressure off the team, because You know, when you have a guy like that that's ball dominant, it's hard to work with other players. You know what I mean? It is.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, I know Arco. We get he wasn't healthy, but it's just some cats in the NBA want to be that alpha dog, and they don't understand truly. You know what? You can still be an alpha dog and take a step back and let someone else, in a sense, take the lead. There's nothing wrong with being a 1B. There really isn't.
Yeah,
You're still an alpha dog. You're still respected. You're still going to get yours. But, and the bottom line is, will that 1A help take us to a championship? Because to me, that's in the end, screw everything else. It's
every
about
Kareem has a Magic. Every Pippen has a Jordan. Normally you got those two you got to have. And it's like, who's going to be with certain people? You got to see someone step up.
Right. Someone's going to be Batman. Someone's going to be Robin. Just
exactly. That's how the NBA works, man. You can't, there's no one-man show.
Tobias Harris. That's funny.
I think he's going to have a better season than you expect, Mitch. I think Tobias proves you wrong this year. That's my hot take for you.
I hope he proves me wrong. I really hope.
Did he come knocking on your door the other day?
I heard you talk about me, Mitch. My ass, huh?
Right. He's like, what's good, Mitch? What's good?
Hey, still words.
I think he comes to play this year. I think that coaching change
What's
might
up,
help.
Earl?
Hey, Earl. How's it going, man?
Shout out to you,
Barry,
Earl.
what are you smoking today, bro?
Yeah, I just got it. I just got the Clippers pause Harden talks. I just got it. So there you go.
What are you going to do with James Harden? What can you do with him? I mean,
nothing. You got to hope something happens at this point. He's like held hostage. He's like holding the team hostage. I mean,
I'm going to tell you one thing, though. For all the slack we got as Nets fans, if you end up trading James Harden and Ben Simmons comes into this season and he does have a turnaround season, you guys lost that trade.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they told us
right
we lost
now
the
it's
trade.
even. Right now it's
That was the same
right
thing
now.
as now.
Right now it's looking good for Brooklyn. Right now you're on that track.
Right now it looks good for everybody because, like I said last week, I hope for a season without a bunch of big injuries. I want to see all this talent in the NBA. We have so much talent. Every team has talent. There's some teams you can write off from winning a championship probably, but overall, there are so many stars in this league this year. I'd like to see all the teams go through with their players and really see the level of competition rise up this year. I just pray we don't have a bunch of bad injuries. It's going to happen, but I just hope there isn't a lot of it because I'd love to see this talent clash. There's so much out there, young and old.
Yeah.
You saw a little bit of it last night if you watched those two games. You saw the youngins picking up. You saw the old heads still bringing it. I'm so excited. I haven't been so excited for an NBA season in a long time.
I haven't
This year
either.
got me hyped.
I haven't either. It's like just about time to talking basketball all year round. It's just like I want it back. I want it back.
Now we can actually talk about games and not just Harden and Dame every fucking week.
Right?
Well, the game talk kind of ended.
We might still talk about them, but at least Dame.
Amen to that, man. Like there was nothing to talk about for weeks.
That was the whole summer, and I know you don't want to talk about Webby, so Rios.
Oh,
We may be talking a lot about him this year. We may be talking a lot about him by the looks of it.
I'm a huge fan of Wemby. I have been for the last 4 years.
Yeah, I know you have been.
I'm rooting for this is my comeback season year. Ben Simmons, Zion, Ja. I want to see all those guys come back.
Is that why you drafted them all on your fantasy team?
I didn't take Simmons. You took him.
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
I took Ja because no one was taking him, and he's got a 25-game suspension. But if I can sit him on my bench until that's over, I'll take him.
Yeah.
But look, I'm not big on fantasy sports, but I mean, he's going to come back rested. He's going to come back with a chip to prove on his shoulder.
He's not injured. He's not hurt. He's coming right back 100%.
And he was always an elite talent. So
Keep
that to me makes no sense. Now, I think people were in their feelings because they didn't like, what he did, and rightfully so. Don't get me wrong, rightfully so. But it's like in business, sometimes you got to put your emotions to the side and look at the facts. Is it prudent? That's why that's a good move for you, because I'm telling you right now, when he comes back, don't be surprised if he's tearing this league up, man. If he's
No,
really
he
turning
would.
this,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he was doing it before, and now he's, no, all right. He's just going to shut up and go out and play. Yeah. I take him, you know. Now, he's one player on – I would trade any player on the Knicks for, I'll be honest. Hands down. There's no – and even including Jalen Brunson. John Morant in a heartbeat.
That's pretty much every team.
I'll
in the league
take
would
John
do
Morant
that.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
I'll pick him up right now from the airport.
I think we
Exactly.
saw in the playoffs last year, Murray and Porter Jr. really rise up for Denver. They continued it last night. I think those two, they got a legit big three there now, in my opinion. Legit.
Yep, they do.
Michael Porter can do everything, and he's finally coming into his own. Murray is a ringer, handling the ball, shooting the ball. He proved it last night. And Jokic is the man, the big guy. They have everything. They lost a couple key pieces. We talked about that. Will their bench be able to rise up in the playoffs like they did last year? That's yet to be seen, but they're the team to beat. They have to be. They have to be at this point. A lot of teams loaded up, which is going to be interesting. Suns and Lakers and Golden State and them out there loaded up. It's going to be very interesting.
Lakers didn't look that impressive to me. Like Anthony Davis had 0 points in the second half, man. How do you have 0 points in the second half? Like, come on.
And LeBron is about done. I don't have a lot of expectations for the Lakers. I will say if Phoenix can keep it together, they will definitely be a threat out there in the West.
That's big.
I do.
It's so weird to
That's
see Chris
big
Paul in that
coming from
uniform,
you.
though, Golden State.
I know I don't like Kevin Durant. I'm not gonna make no bones about it. But I can't knock the fact that they got Devin Booker, man, and that dude is nice, bro. Like I'm not, and then him and Bill, I mean, that's legit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that is
they
a
won
legit
without
team.
Beal. That's right. They won without
Right.
Bradley Beal. That's the big two. Yeah.
Yeah, that's legit right now. So I can't knock them, man. But Golden State's gonna be there. I like this Kings team, man. Let's see what this Kings team's gonna do. They're a little up and coming team right now. So the West does have some talent. I'm not sold on the Mavs at all. And with Kyrie on there, nope.
Him and Luka got to
Not
prove it to
happening.
me. I love Luka, but they got to prove it. They can play together. They didn't last year.
So
Spoiler
it's
alert. It's not gonna happen this year either.
it ain't.
I don't think so.
Luka's a guy I could see getting moved. He's a guy that might want out eventually.
I can see it.
Because
That would be frustrating to him. Definitely.
I will pick him up right now.
Yeah, bring him to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But
A lot of teams will take him.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I could definitely see him as the next star
To move. Yeah.
that's axing out, man. So I would ask Coach, man, if Luka Doncic became available, would you make that move?
Of course, I would make the move, but in the end, it's what are you giving up for him?
As long as Julius Randle's in it, right, Coach? Get him out of there.
No, to be honest with you, right now, I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm trying to start the season and temper my emotions about Julius Randle. I mean, you know, the kid can play. It's really his antics. That's really what it is.
You're right.
with him. It's not his on court performance. He can play the game. Now, is there some things he needs to do to better his game and be smarter? Yes. But the talent is there. You know, let's be real. You're getting 24, 25, and, you know, almost a double-double with rebounds included. I have to be, you know, honest. I have to be honest in terms of his ability. So now, could he be one of the key pieces? And it goes back to a trade like that. What are you giving up? Just like we talked about Joel Embiid. Now, if you told me it was Mitchell Robinson and RJ Barrett, you know, and, you know, some first round draft picks, then okay, I could say, yeah, I could understand that. But, you know, to include Julius Randle in a trade like that, that's crazy. Now, for Luka, if you said Julius Randle, you know, one or two of the up and coming players and some first round draft picks, okay. But yeah, see, stuff like that, you're giving up three of your starting players, you know, Evan Fournier, okay, I get, but for one player, and draft picks, that's too much, and that's too much for any player in this league because you're stripping your team down. So, and it makes no sense to me. So, but y'all know how I am about Julius. I'm trying to temper it, this year and see.
We talk
how it
about
goes.
the Hardens. We talk about the Randalls. Those that we could be issues in the head and the brain off the court. You never hear that with Luka, but I just feel bad. It seems like he's stuck with Kyrie down there now.
He wanted Kyrie. That's a funny
I know.
thing.
It just, and as great as Kyrie can be, he's proven, just like Harden, just like a couple other people, Westbrook, they got to be on the right team. If they're not on the right team, you see a shadow of what they can be.
They mentally check out, and once they do, it's an ugly, ugly picture.
And that's one thing I don't get, even as a professional. Check it. That's old school mentality, I guess. Again, checking out as a professional, that shouldn't even be there. But these guys, they do it because they know they can push the teams around now. They can ask for a trade, demand a trade, ask to bring these guys in, do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing that load management isn't going to be as big this year at all. I want to see it to believe it, but I'm hearing they're really not going to be doing that much this year.
Well, considering there's like 40 guys on that list, we'll see.
Yeah. I like trying to curb it a little bit, having the rules, but I don't know how much that's really going to affect it.
Well, it'll be the usual suspects, LeBron, Kawhi, Paul George. The usual guys that load manage most of the year.
But load management and injury control is there's a balance there because these guys, I don't think any NBA player goes through the season without some kind of injury, bumps, bruises, shoulders hurting, backs hurting, legs hurting.
Is that what happened to Bradley Beal?
The whole way through the season, we're going to deal with injuries. That's why I don't even like having that in a discussion. It's going to happen. We can't control it. People are going to go down, and most players play banged up throughout. These guys don't remember. We talked about the last week or 2 weeks ago with hockey and football. These guys have no pads, and they're banging in their paws just with each other, and it's going to wear on you with 80-some games. So I get part of the load management stuff if you have injuries or people that are trying to get back, but people just sitting for weeks, I don't know. I go to the fans' perspective. If I had a kid and I take my kid to see Michael Jordan and Jordan decides he doesn't feel like playing today, that's the whole experience for fans and stuff too. But you got to protect your investments. Each person is a business. I always think of it that way. Each player is its own corporate entity, and you got to protect them. So I kind of get it both ways. It's tough.
I mean, there was no low management in the 80s or 90s though. Like you didn't see guys just sitting out just because,
unless they were hurt.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a difference between being hurt and being injured. I think they all play hurt. It's when you're injured is when it's a big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same with football. Those guys go through the whole season injured.
Yeah. Now, that kind of worries me about Bradley Beal. I mean, he just missed the first game. I mean.
Not ready, maybe.
Huh?
Maybe he's just not ready. Maybe he's not ready.
I don't know. I'm like, damn, I was looking forward to watch that.
But even the energy in that game, both of those games last night, the first 5 minutes of those games, it was like balling. They came out balling. But all four teams last night came out like, let's go. Game one. And I was like, wow. It was just taking it back. This made me even more hyped for the season.
Did you see the Denver Nuggets fans chanting "Who's your daddy" at LeBron?
Oh, yeah. I love that.
They kind of got the right to chant that right now.
They do.
That was great. Oh my God.
There's the Yankees in baseball, the Lakers in basketball. There's all those the Patriots or Cowboys, if you want to say it, in football. Those teams that everyone wants to more people love to hate and want to go after them because they've been so damn good.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I can't find if I marked it, but I saw something on Twitter that the Boston Celtics are America's team. And I'm like, huh?
No, they're the Boston's team.
Right?
What?
There's no America's team anymore.
Which America?
Right?
Yeah, South America, maybe. Central America.
The United States of America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, anybody's going to want to claim that.
Right. Hold on. Let me pull up this tweet here. Yep. Oh, did you guys actually hear about Myles Garrett in the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yeah, he's a part owner now.
That is just insane. I'm like, wow. I love how team players can buy parts of another team in another league. I love it.
Yeah, just don't bet on them.
But I mean, when you think about it, that's realistically that's basic business. I mean, that's like the stock market in a sense. In a sense, when you purchase some stock options, you're a part owner.
Yeah,
You
just
may
buying a
have a
small
small
piece of the
friend.
pie.
Yeah, that's really all it is. I mean, I look at it as, well, what percent does he have? He's a minority owner, so it's probably going to be more. You know what? Just show up. When we ask your opinion, give us your opinion, but otherwise, you can't make any decisions on the way this franchise is run. So,
All right.
that's
He's a
how I
great
take
player,
it.
but I'm very biased in this. He took off my quarterback's helmet and hit my guy with him, so I'll never let that live down. So
Come on, Blaze, come on, bro.
I don't even like
I
that
mean,
quarterback either.
yeah,
Taking off a black and gold, that's like stepping on the terrible towel. You don't do that shit.
But you know what? There's certain things where team colors and all that. There's crossing the line, and I don't know if what he said is true, but if he did, I'm sorry, bro. I'd take his helmet off and I'd crack his skull too.
That's he should need to be able to handle that and be professional about it.
Nah,
we're not
I'm
gonna
from
go
the
there.
hood.
We ain't gonna
I'm
go
from the
there.
hood. Absolutely not.
Nah, bro.
No one will ever know what anyone said, so we can't judge.
Yeah,
on
no,
it
I
anyway.
know that.
Right.
I know that. It's just with the rumors, but
Every time I hear his name, I have to bring that up. So that's just me.
I get it. You're still.
I mean, anyone else, any other
expect?
team, if your quarterback got hit with a helmet on his bare head, you would feel the same way.
No. If what he said is true,
We're not talking. No one will ever know what's said. So
No,
we
I
can't
understand
say
that. So that's why
you don't take your helmet off. You don't take someone else's off and use it as a weapon, no matter what.
I agree with you there. I'm not saying that he was right, but what I'm saying, because you're right, we don't know.
We don't know.
But I'm serious as a black man. I'm sorry, bro. I understand where he's coming from. So, and you know what? Let's not even go there. Let's not.
Yeah,
even
I didn't mean to bring that up for that purpose at all. I just wanted to clown on Myles Garrett.
No, I get it. That's why I was like, let me. But I understand. I do.
All right, get that name off my screen, man.
No, I'm gonna leave it here for a second. All right. Yeah, what's good, TRL?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yo.
Doc Rivers is now a sports announcer?
For him and ESPN with Doris Burke.
Your favorite two people, Mitch, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not watching it.
That's why I said it. That's why I said it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm boycotting that. That's got to be the most boring commentary ever.
The Chris Collinsworth's pretty terrible too, in my opinion.
Doris Burke is pretty cool. I mean, she's all right.
Mitch
She has her moments, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So TRL, what's good, man? Congrats on your Diamondbacks again.
Yep. Still hungover from that shit.
hey, man, I feel that. I hope y'all win it all because screw the Rangers.
The underdog.
I mean, you didn't even think you were going to make it this far.
No, I picked the Phillies, and I think it was 7 games, and we ended up winning in 7.
They say it in football all the time, any given Sunday, but baseball, basketball, I think any pro team could beat any pro team on any given day, and that's you snuck into the playoffs and you found a way to win. Kudos.
What 3 players abused the resting players movement? I'm a casual, yeah.
Oh.
He's talking about load management. So
you're talking about 3
LeBron.
players?
Yeah,
LeBron's
LeBron,
one, I'm
sure.
sure. Who's
What
the other
3
3?
I can go through the 2 on the Clippers, LeBron, KD.
Yeah.
I mean, Giannis has done it from time to time. There's been plenty of times he's, sat. Now, he doesn't do it in extensive to them, but I know that he's missed, 5 or 6 games during the course of a season. I think Jimmy Butler has.
What's up, Chad?
I think they all have pretty much.
Yeah,
LeBron's the biggest one. So what he injured is he's supposed to get surgery. Never got the surgery at all. This happened early in the year? No surgery.
He can
miss all this time.
A fruit cup on the bench then.
Miss all this time until they made the playoffs, and I'm good to go.
Kyrie, Ben Simmons, and Kawhi.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They do. Ben Simmons hasn't been healthy in 5 years?
Yeah.
We're talking about health again. It goes around to everybody. Nobody's 100%, I'm sure.
So,
Mm-hmm.
TRL, how were your Suns last night? Give us a breakdown of it.
Yeah, so I saw a little bit of the game. I was switching back and forth from the Diamondbacks and Suns game, so I was going back and forth a little bit. We started off pretty good. First quarter, it was actually tied at the end when we were up by 10. We kind of went on a ice cold streak a little bit in the first quarter, but then we finished the first half on, I think it was a 13-3 run, and we had a 15-point lead at halftime. And then in the second half, Golden State ends up, I forgot what the run was, but they had like an 8-point lead at one point in the third quarter. And the main thing I was pissed off about, and what I actually called in some way, was we had so many freaking turnovers. And in some ways I kind of called it because this is a brand new team. They kind of have to get their chemistry going. So I can understand the turnovers, but defensively, I mean, no paint defense, no rebounding. Even without DeAndre Ayton, this team still can't get rebounds. It's kind of annoying, and especially against a small ball Warriors lineup too. So that's kind of confusing. But at the end of the day, Booker came clutch when we needed him. Eric Gordon off the bench hit a couple threes in the fourth quarter when we needed him, and we ended up winning by 4 points. So, we'll see what happens. KD kind of struggled a little bit, but it's only one game, so we'll see how he does. But
Hey, that was a nice play from Devin Booker to Nurkic.
Booker's the man.
Yeah.
He looks so smooth and so comfortable. He's a superstar. I love watching Devin Booker play.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
It seems like he can get off a jumper no matter which way he's coming. He's just, it's just no matter if he's defended or not, he can get off a shot at any point in time. He creates just amazing how he creates the offense.
Yeah, just a walking bucket. Just a walking bucket.
He has the weapons to dish it to, too.
32 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Wow.
That's
yeah, he
6 and 8 is
deserves to be
big.
the point guard.
Yeah.
Remember when they had Beal there?
And
they could switch off. Either one of those can run that offense.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And that's
without
a
him,
good thing.
too, the offense is still running smooth already. So.
It's just so weird to see
Can y'all
Chris
hear me?
Paul. I said it earlier in that
Yeah.
Golden State uniform.
You're good,
That's
bro.
him so weird.
All right. Sorry, I had some
About it.
technical difficulties.
He's back.
No, you're good, man. You're good. You're good. We're just talking about the Suns and Golden State Warriors game last night. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
Tiro-
yeah.
Yeah. So, TRL, how did it feel seeing Chris Paul as the number 2 to Curry? That had to be weird, right?
It felt weird. I mean, not just because he was on my team for a bit, but just because, I mean, I've seen Chris Paul and Steph Curry play against each other so many times. It's crazy to, see them on the same team now. But
Same
Chris
here,
Paul
man.
played he played pretty good though. I'm not, especially in that fourth quarter, he kept the Warriors in the game. He was finding Clay wide open at the corner. He was, finding Looney in the paint like he normally does. So he played pretty good for the most part, but at the same time I was ready to see the flops and talking to the refs and shit, and yeah. But for the most part, he looked pretty good though. So
Yeah. I mean, that lineup that they had was crazy. You had Curry, Paul, Clay, Wiggins, and Looney. Yeah, Draymond didn't play.
Yeah, they had no Draymond. That's right.
If Draymond played, he would have been starting center.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Like we said, ultimate small ball lineup.
Yeah. Why not?
That
Dangerous.
kills me.
No
And-
positions, baby.
Kills me.
No positions.
It really
So
kills me.
the Suns had 19 turnovers in that game, and the Warriors had 11. So that was a big factor. The Warriors outscored us 40-19 in that third quarter. So, I mean, the adjustments that Steve Kerr made, I guess, came back to bite us a little bit. But in the fourth quarter, our defense stepped up. So,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Hey,
Right.
Win's a win.
Yeah. So, hold on. I think I have one more tweet here. If not, Coach, I'll bring up an article you sent me. You sent me a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can just pick which one and I'll pull it up.
Let me see. Do the 32 predictions.
Got it. Give
We
me
got
one.
4 games about to tip off right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My
12
Sixers play
games tonight.
tomorrow.
Love it.
Our Sixers play tomorrow.
Just can't wait to the mid-season tournament.
Oh my god.
The highlight of my season.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right.
I can't wait
Here's
to see
the
the team holding the
predictions.
trophy up for the mid-season tournament.
So what is this? It's the 32 predictions for the 2023-2024 season. And your champion will be Denver Nuggets again.
The way they looked last night,
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
They got to be the favorite, but there's so much in the West that could take them down. Plus, that dark cloud of injuries, one of those big 3 goes down, they ain't as tough.
Yeah.
The question, though, will be if Boston and Milwaukee runs through the East, in a sense. I don't want to say it's an easier road to the championship, but will Denver be beaten up when you get to the championship, as opposed to the perceived notion of Boston and Milwaukee in the East? Because it's really those two. I mean, who else can you sit here and honestly say is going to compete with them, honestly, in the East?
That's a good way to think of it. What if they have to go through Minnesota, Golden State, and Phoenix?
Exactly.
That could really take a team down. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so hard to repeat as a champion in the NBA, in any sport, really, man. And to me, Denver kind of has that feel of that Milwaukee team a few years ago that won the chip.
Yep.
Where we all kind of that one and done type of feeling. I'm not saying they're gonna be that, but that's kind of what it feels like to be. They don't smell. I don't smell dynasty with that team. Like the Warriors or somebody that's gonna keep repeating as champions.
Well, that's what we talked about in the past. In the past, it was Rockets win a couple in a row. Detroit win a couple in a row. The Celtics won all those in a row. Lakers won all those in a row. The Bulls won all those in a row. And now for the past, 5 years, it's been a different team every year. So that's something new. I love the parity. So it's going to be really tough for them in that West to repeat. If they can, though, you got to immediately slap dynasty on them if they win the second one, in my opinion.
In my opinion, it depends on Jokic. It depends if Jokic can keep the triple-double and be the point center that I know he can be. It depends on Jokic and Murray for me. Like Murray, if he can stay healthy, if he's the true number 2, and let's just see him put up points. I want to see that playoff Jamal Murray in the season with Jokic. If we get that on a consistent basis, then I can see him winning the championship again. So for me, it depends on Jamal Murray.
I think to me, it's the bench. If their bench can play as passionate as they did last year without Bruce Brown, without a couple players that really led them when their starters weren't in there in the playoffs to keep them in the games in the semifinals and the finals last year. I think that was a huge difference for Denver. They didn't slack off that much when their second or third team was in there. They were still playing well.
Huge key for them to win it. So they could send their production back to back.
I can see it.
Yeah.
MVP, that was my prediction.
I can see it.
Was that no? Mine was Giannis. What is this? Trae Young will not lead the NBA in assists or turnovers.
Good for him. That's a good or a bad thing. That's a good and a bad thing, I guess.
So what? Is he like in the middle of the pack then?
But the real question is, will he go see a barber and shave that shit off already?
Like, bro, let it go. Let it go, man.
I'm completely bald, so I can talk. He needs to go shave. Same with KD and the ringworm or whatever KD got. Shave that bald, man. You guys can pull off the bald look. Trae can pull it off.
KD, LeBron, there's so many guys that are like, just let it go, man.
Yeah,
if
let
it's
it go,
not coming
man.
back, just shave it off, man.
Just shave it bald. You'll look fine.
Hey, work for Jordan, work for Barkley. Y'all can do it too.
Yeah, they're all yoked. They look fine bald.
Boston
Celtics win more games than anybody? I could see that happening.
I mean,
figuring they're going to win all those games.
In the weaker East, I can see it.
That's why, because in the East they could have an easier
It's
time.
not impossible.
It's not impossible, but
I don't think the East is as weak as you guys think. I mean, when you think about it, yeah, on paper, but remember the games ain't played on paper. You cannot discredit Miami, of course, despite what some people may think. If they get in the playoffs, that's a team that's going to be dangerous.
I agree.
You can't write off Cleveland. You can't write off the Knicks. These are teams with talent that can get hot at any given time. Remember, man, we had teams, man, that got into the playoffs with lower seeds, man, here in the last couple seasons, man, and actually make decent runs. I remember that Hawks team. You got the Heat. They went on a run. So don't pencil in the Celtics and the Bucks just quite yet for that Eastern Conference Championship.
That's fair.
Indiana.
I think one of them will be there, but not both.
It is day 2, so we got a long way to go.
I feel like Indiana's on the rise too. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's another good shout.
Oh, that's a given.
That's
a
a given.
given.
Who do you think it will be? Unpopular.
It could be. It could be. It could probably be Bridges. Claxton was defensive player of the year candidate
last year, right?
Last year, and if Ben turns the corner, he could be a candidate for that too. But I think the favorite has to be Mikal Bridges at this point. I read an article, man. Shout out to Coach that Coach sent me, man. It said teams believe that Mikal Bridges is the best perimeter defender in the NBA right now.
Oh, I agree. Oh, yeah. We had him. Then he went to the Suns, then he went to you. We had him for like 15 seconds.
That's tough to argue, so the argument here.
Yeah. I like it.
Here comes Damian and his dumb comments. Get ready for him.
It's all defensive. Yeah, he could be all defensive.
Yeah, Damian's comments will only get worse. Trust me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Everything
just
will be different this year for the Charlotte Hornets.
I don't know.
Hornets. I don't know.
Can
How's it
LaMelo?
going to be different?
Is LaMelo going to be healthy? I mean,
That's the question.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget about what's his name, who's coming back now from his legal issues.
Oh, Miles Bridges, right?
Yeah.
Miles, yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of LaMelo. Ever since he was in like 8th, 7th grade, I just want the best for him. And I know he's not dealt with the easy task, but I know with his competitiveness, his playmaking, getting him in the right spot, I can see it. Maybe like a lower tier play-in, but I don't know if I could see him like to the playoffs or something.
I think they're missing somebody. Unless Brandon Miller really comes through and proves he's a top pick and can be a superstar early. He doesn't have a lot of help, LaMelo. I mean, you got Bridges, you got a couple people here and there, but I don't know. That's tough to see that team doing well with not much ammo.
Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan.
Oh my! They're both coming to the Sixers. Watch out!
No.
I mean, that's a give. I think Chicago needs to pull the whole thing up and just start over.
Come on, you want Harden? We'll take both of those guys off of your hands.
I don't want both.
I think they'll wait until the trade deadline, and if they're that bad, then they'll start selling.
We'll give you Tobias for one of those.
I agree with TRL on that one. I think if it starts to fall apart, you could see both of these guys go by the trade deadline.
Not just them. It's going to be a fire sale, probably.
Yeah. Feel bad for Bulls fans, man. Ever since the Jordan era, where you got to go.
I like this one.
Evan Mobley okay, I can see it.
I like this one. Not just because she's on my fantasy team, but still.
Jeez. I can see it.
Wait, I thought he was on my fantasy team.
Wait.
I'm
in another league. I'm in another league.
Cheater. Cheating on our league now.
Hey, I'm a cheating Jew.
Okay.
I just looked at the
I
roster.
didn't say that. You said
it. I
did. I stay silent. Don't point at me.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay.
2020. What the?
What about 2037 and 2069?
So TRL, what do you think it is?
Fuck Dallas. That's what I think.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you.
Yes, sir.
What's it say underneath it? Why? Why are they trading their first round pick? Does it say why? Is there like an
because they're desperate.
What they mean by that?
There's a whole article.
Yeah.
I think they trade.
Luka will be 2 seasons away from free agency at this season, assuming he decides that makes free agency.
He's 2 seasons away from free agency.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Well, it's as if he doesn't decline his player option, which he could if they suck. I would decline it. Get me out of here. Get me on a real team.
Keep going down a little bit more. Dallas forked over.
I just can't believe they invested in
No,
Kyrie,
I was saying,
the one they thought they could save him. Oh boy.
I like this.
That's funny.
I like this.
Yeah, he will be probably.
He should be.
That's crazy. He hasn't made an All-Star yet. Damn.
He's been injured.
He's been
He was hurt.
injured
Yeah.
for a very long time.
No team will win fewer games.
He'll be dead last year. Thing.
I like their team. I like what they're doing. It's just the same.
But is it the truth? Will they win? Will they have the least amount of wins?
I don't know. That's the one I got to keep an eye on.
It's a definite possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're young. They got so many young players. I mean, but yeah, there's growing pains. So
A lot of young players, a lot of guards like the Magic. There's a lot of guards on that team.
yep, true.
Mm-hmm. Dookie versus Dookie. He's not catching anything.
Without
The
Steph.
offense will be
Without
league average or better without
Why are
Steph.
they saying without Steph? Where's he going?
Like, is he low managed?
Is there something we don't know about?
I don't know. It was, I think, I figured without Steph Curry. Well,
Oh, well, now I mean,
Knicks can't get anything.
yeah, I
you
know
have
that's the
Chris
same
Paul
thing
now,
I'm
so
saying.
you have someone who can.
Goodness
He
gracious.
didn't look very old last night. Tell you that much.
Yeah, but if he's not in the lineup, it makes sense, man. It really does. And Chris Paul is not the same Chris Paul, he was. Are you going to count on him to really take the load or help in the load, the scoring that Steph has?
You can't.
Nah,
That's not that
Play.
That's not his game. That's not his game.
No.
He's more of an assister than a scorer.
So, and Clay will be that scorer, but then you're going to need other guys to step up. Who else on that roster can
Wiggins.
step up?
Wiggins.
Do you trust
say
him
Wiggins.
to really? Do you trust him though? Because he's
I mean, he was an
inconsistent
all-star
for me.
last year.
But he's in it. But
He is
yeah,
inconsistent.
good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point.
Yeah, but they
But I-
voted him into an all-star starter.
I still think they're going to be average without Steph. I'll be honest, because he changes their whole offense.
Yeah, without him, they're average. With Steph, they're it's an elite offense.
I mean, arguably the greatest shooter of all time. Don't
There
you
you
think
go,
it's going to
Rios.
affect your team if he's not there?
Yeah.
That's kind of
You
common
go.
sense, if
Mhm.
you ask me.
This was
Like saying, will the Bulls win that many championships without Mike?
No. Yeah. Exactly.
No.
no, this was a given. He was pretty close last year. He was like at 22 points last year.
25 and 5.
I think with
You
better
just want-
coaching and staying healthy, easily
I can see
25
that.
and 5.
Yeah.
This is another guy that's a walking bucket.
Facts.
Yeah, that's how the
Yeah,
money.
Halliburton.
I
I like his
think
game.
we all agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on
Yeah.
my fantasy team in this league.
Can
Yeah, I
be,
like
but
this game.
he should be. We'll see. Well, it ain't Harden.
James Harden. I was kidding.
Bowed out already.
Good for the Clippers.
Yeah, give Philly your entire bench, please.
Nah.
After last.
No.
Last night, I think we all are like, well, we have to really see, but
Nah. As coach said, let's dead that. Let's dead that.
Mr.
Yeah.
0
Yeah.
point.
Lakers,
Mr.
Lakers
0
are
point.
overrated, man. Yeah, they overrated.
They really are.
They ain't going nowhere.
0 points in
Going
the second half.
nowhere.
Exactly. Like,
Well, no Steven Adams is out for this year.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I think that hurt
Yeah.
him.
Wait a minute, what? What
Steven
else?
Adams
Steven
out for
Adams?
the year.
He's out for the
he's
year.
out for the year.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Wow, that's big for them.
Yep. I hate that sucks because that team had a lot of
Alright.
potential, especially when Ja returns.
So
Well,
who?
go
I
ahead,
only see-
Sid.
I only see two. John
could
and
see-
Jaron.
Who's the third
You don't
one?
think
I could see
what's his
Desmond
name?
Bain. I could see Desmond Bain. I could see
Who?
him.
Desmond Bain.
I can see
Nah, I can't. I don't know
Bain,
about
I see
Bain.
him getting like 17 or 18.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm with you on that, Mitch.
Yeah, I could see high teens, but the 20s, it's a stretch.
I mean, if he's consistent and makes every single three.
Don't forget, he's starting the season without Ja. So what
Yeah.
do they do, and how does he play to start
That's
the
true.
season? And if he starts out on fire, when you're going to work Ja back slowly, it might not change the offense that much. And then if he's playing with fire, because right there, that's with three guys, that's 60 points right there. So what are they going to average as a team? So, but now you said Steven Adams is out, and he's not a scorer, but he's a key guy to get those rebounds, especially offensive rebounds. So
Yep.
that might change. I think that's going to change based on this article then, I guess. Because, once you just said he was out for the season, I didn't know that. So,
Okay. I mean, they are missing key pieces. Gabe Vincent and Max Hughes are gone.
yeah, but they were better,
So-
defensively or offensively last year?
They were better defensively than offensively.
That's why I'm looking at this. I'm taking this that says the stats turn upside down. I mean, you're switching. They're going to be better offensively, but who do they have offensively to help the offense grow?
Well, I guess they're considering Tyler Hero come back
Tyler
at his
Hero,
top
yeah.
form, but that's yet to see if he can.
Let me take a look real quick.
They're still
read it.
banking on what is his name?
Tyler
Jovic.
and Robinson, those two, they got shooting. They got Butler. I would never count them out. Like someone mentioned earlier. I think Popular said no matter what, they lost a couple pieces, but look what they did last year. It just proves that you can't count.
Can't sleep on him.
No, you
especially in
cannot.
the playoffs.
Miami. Here we go, Miami.
Himmy Butler comes back.
Himmy.
You got him out there. You got to beware.
When Miami had both Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero on the floor together last season, they scored 119.1 points per 100 possessions and gave up 120.4.
Yeah, sounds about right. Because neither one plays defense.
The former number was a terrific ranking in the 86th percentile, as the latter was terrible, ranking in the 12th. Notably, the offense-defense splits ran counter to the Heat's overall 2023 profile, which saw them finish 7th in defense and 25th in offense. Okay, I understand the logic now for what they're saying. So,
yeah, that's what I figured that's what they were talking about because neither one plays defense. So they're going to give up a lot of points.
okay, makes sense now.
Next.
And with Milwaukee.
See, this is interesting to me because
Dame
how much will Dame cut into the stats that Giannis had, or will they mesh perfectly where he doesn't slack off and Dame can come in? I don't know.
But it says more efficiently.
So Dame will help spread the floor for him because what he likes to do: attack the rim and then kick it out if he needs to. So that's another. And then you're gonna have Dame. You're gonna have Chris Middleton. Don't forget about Lurch. He sits outside and shoots the three, so that helps open the floor. So I understand being more efficient.
You got to pick up Dame right at half court too, so that will spread the defense a little bit more than usual.
Yeah.
You have to. Cannot let him come across half court. He'll pull up at the logo on you.
So
I'm very interested to see how those two play. I'm very happy for Dame finally having another mega star next to him too.
Took long enough.
There's my boy there, Ant.
Here you go, but top 4 playoff seed.
Nah,
not in the West. Hell no. Not in the West.
All right, wait a minute.
I think I'd have them at 5 or 6.
Go through the teams in the West. Who's going to be number 1? We're probably going to say what? Denver,
Nuggets, Suns,
Golden State, Suns.
Okay.
There's 3.
Golden
third?
State, Lakers.
I'd still put the Lakers up there.
Golden State, the way they played last night.
Lakers nah.
Yes, Golden State, Phoenix, Lakers, and Denver I'd put above them. Maybe Memphis once Ja comes back.
I'll throw a sneaky team in there. OKC.
That's another one. New Orleans could be a threat too.
Okay.
I would probably put them 5 or 6. Minnesota, but they could
But
be.
exactly.
If Cat gives the reins to Ant, that's the key.
Yeah,
basically.
that's what we just talked about, right?
Cat could be pushing 30 and 10, man. And I mean, Ant can, and Cat can still. I mean, he's getting older. Why not give up the reins a little bit to this kid? He's a star.
Mm-hmm.
Up to coaching, I guess. I guess I'd leave it up to coaching. If the coach can get those two on the right place, that's a dangerous team, I think. Same thing with Zion.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying much.
Well, it doesn't take much for him to play a career number of games.
Right.
Okay.
What's his career? Like 38, 39
Yeah.
games?
But that dude changes a lot if he stays healthy and in shape. A lot.
Zion, especially
That's my comeback player of the year.
Yep.
And he's never made more than 61 appearances in a season. So if
There
he's
you go.
made 61, that's what they're saying.
He's going to play more than 61 games. Just don't bust out your shoes.
that
give him like
And
adamantium
skip
shoes or some shit from Wolverines or some shit. He's a beast. He's a freak of nature, man. And then there's your Knicks.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. So,
yeah, based on the way they're playing right now, they can't hit a bucket.
The Knicks finished
Goodness
20th
gracious.
in effective field goal percentage. Yes,
Oh,
they
they're
managed to
right now.
score loads of points by hoarding offensive rebounds. That's how they scored a lot of points, offensive rebounds. And generating threes off of those misses at a high rate and generally taking care of the basketball, which if you don't have a lot of turnovers, it really helps your offense. So, and now it's saying it's going to come back down to reality. And YG, unpopular, we talked about it last night. The key is going to be Barrett in the offensive scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's the whole issue. It's not Julius Randle. It's RJ Barrett. He's especially from 3-pointers. He's terrible. So
Just got to take that next step.
Exactly. Yep. So if he doesn't, and I understand, somebody might say how well he dominated or he played well in FIBA. That's a different type of basketball than in the NBA. So, and teams, they really prepare for him. So I think their offense does come back down to earth. So
yeah, I can see it too.
I agree with that
because it was number 2 in the league last year. So think about that. So coming back down to earth, yeah, that's a reality. And they're down 5 right now. What's the next one? Is it Philly coming up next? Oh, OKC. What's his name? Ousmane Dieng.
Usmani?
Who?
Usmani?
Next.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Maybe we will know who it is by the end of the year if they're right.
Maybe, yeah.
It doesn't happen.
This surprised me when I saw that. I'm not gonna lie, because I think they're one of those sneaky teams. I'm not saying they're going to be competing, but I think they can compete for the play-in. That's really where I see it based in the East, because there's a cluster of teams that are going to be battling, for that, 5th, 6th, 7th seed, and then the play-in in that regard. I mean, I could see Orlando competing there. So, I mean, what do you guys think?
Guards. They got the guards.
They got the
Arby's
guards.
got the meats.
Yeah.
We got the guards.
And they got the Wagner
I can
brothers.
see it. Yeah.
Wagner.
In the E, I can see it.
Wagners.
Yeah, he's it.
So that's why I said this surprised me when they said it doesn't happen yet. So, we'll see.
Somebody's going to surprise us. I can't wait to see what team it is.
There you go.
Hey, I'm down with this one too.
I am good with this.
He's another one that could, pardon the pun, spring up and show that he's worthy of playing. I think Tobias and him, they don't really need Harden.
What position does he play?
Guard
What's
forward.
good with Taj?
Guard forward.
He's
yeah.
not
Taj.
a good shooter, but he can knock it down when needed. So he's more of an attack, defense. That's more his role.
Mitchell, why did you reach in, Mitchell? That was good defense.
Oh, I was like, wait, me? What?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Mitchell Robinson. Sorry.
The Celtics bench has 0 points. Not shocked.
Devin Booker will average 7 or more assists a game. Yeah, I mean,
With the way
Bradley
with the,
Beal gets back. Yeah,
with the way he looked the other day, he can average more than like way more than that, like 8 or 9 maybe.
Okay. Oh, that's Arizona over there. What's good, Arizona?
Yeah, what's up?
Got you was on the panel.
Boy, no offense will be faster.
Faster doesn't always
Faster.
give
I
you
mean,
production.
What does that even mean? Yeah.
right, like
A fast
they-
pace.
Younger is what it has to mean, because as you get older, you're not as fast. So they do have a young team with a bunch of quick dudes.
Yeah.
so they're gonna be the best
That's
at
what they're
cardio. Got it. The best at cardio. Got it.
Yeah. So not as much load management for the Trailblazers. Breaking news.
I'll tell you
all
in a
cardio
second.
team.
What it means is
They
it
got a softie
says
at center though.
much has been made about Phoenix, Portland. Playing at warp speed should be the Portland Trailblazers' foremost calling cards. So as they tip off the post-game, they have the personnel to do it. Have they ever fielded a more athletic team? And inflating the pace can cover up a lack of the proven skill in half-court situations. So that's basically what they're saying. They don't have the offense they're playing street ball. That's really what it boils down to. Get the ball, rebound, kick it up, sprint up court. If you get the ball inbound and you basically sprint up court and try and catch the defense napping. That's really what it boils down to. So I get it, and being a young team makes sense.
Younger means they could probably do it longer. Pause, but as far as being quick, some of the old heads got longevity too, man. Don't count us old heads out. Aaron Fox, all my Kentucky boys getting some shine today. I love it.
Hey, we're still in our prime.
Booker, Murray, now Fox.
I just got this on Twitter. The NBA is taking away a second-round pick from the Suns for tampering with Drew Eubanks.
Wow.
Oh,
Eubanks.
It's a second-round pick. Who gives a shit?
Eubanks changed the whole game. That's MVP.
The Knicks are loaded with second rounders.
I mean, the Sixers got one taken away for PJ Tucker.
Oh boy,
that was the first round.
Don't tamper, boys and girls. Don't tamper, boys and girls.
What's up, Matt?
For Drew Eubanks.
Mac.
Yeah, for Eubanks.
Yeah,
for Drew fucking Eubanks too. Like really,
got on limb for Eubanks. Red Blue Brothers naming. KD.
Do we agree?
I like this for Fox. I like it for Fox.
I like Fox, man. Pause, but I think he is a ascending player, man, and he underrated, man. Underrated. That Kings team is underrated, man, and RIP Jeffy T85, man. He talked about the Kings a lot, man, last NBA season, man. And they are a team that can make some noise in the West, man. I think they're better than the Timberwolves, like we was talking about earlier. They could possibly be a top 4 team in the East. That's the Kings if everything breaks right for them.
Let me ask this then, okay? Because it says all NBA second team. So doesn't that mean it's 2 guards? So doesn't that mean he's one of the top 4 guards in the league? Or am I reading that wrong?
No, that's all NBA. Doesn't say East or West.
That's all NBA. Yeah, you're right.
So who are the top 4? If he's one of the top 4 guards, who are the other 3 that you would say then?
So many people.
It depends on health, coach. Yeah,
even the forwards play guard nowadays.
everything breaks even. Let's just say hypothetically, everyone plays all their games, no injuries. Okay, we know it's not true, but let's just say the point I'm making is, what are those 4 top guards? Because if he's all NBA second team, that means he's one of the top 4. So who are the other 3?
Curry, Luka, Dame.
You gotta have
Booker.
Luka, Dame, Booker.
And that's why it's like, who are you going to knock out? I mean, I get it, and I'm not saying he's not good, and and it says second team or better, so that's even saying going in first team.
But you got to understand too, though. Guys like Dame, and even Curry to a degree now with Chris Paul over there, they might not have like spectacular stats like in the past. It's not saying they're not one of the top guards in the NBA, but a lot of this is based on statistics. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I could see Fox putting up better numbers, which will probably get him that nod over a guy like Dame or Curry, you know, being given who they're playing with. So I could see it.
See, this list here has Fox at 9. Says Murray above him, Donovan Mitchell, Ja, even SGA. I'd put SGA above him too.
So
Even though I love Fox, but I would put those above. He's a top 10 guard. I would put
Yes.
that. I say if he's this year, he'll prove he's a top 10 guard. That's what it should say, in my opinion.
Austin is killing us with the threes.
And number 10 is Trae Young.
There's your boy, Mitch.
Boo!
First rookie with 2.5. I don't know, man. He was blocking 3-pointers the other night like it was nothing.
That dude's gonna be ridiculous, man.
Like multiple 3-pointers. Like I've never seen anything like it.
How did the Spurs get that lucky to go from Robinson to Duncan to this guy? This man,
when they get those number ones overall, they get the wingers.
We have to say money.
It's been a while. I mean, for what it's worth, it's been a while since Duncan and Robinson.
It has been. Yeah, they took a
So
they
they're
took
due
a,
for
little,
a superstar.
a couple
They've
years
been
off,
sucking.
but yeah.
Can he make other players better? That's what we haven't seen yet. Can he make other players better? Can he play with a team in the NBA where he's not a foot and a half taller than everybody like he was before? Like he was that much bigger than everybody before. And he's not playing with 7-footers. I'm sure there's some, but 6'8" and stuff. But now we'll see. I mean, he's got that wingspan and those blocks and just the way he can hold the ball. It's weird to see him dribble. Because it's like he shouldn't be able to dribble like that. We'll see. He's an anomaly.
Yeah, but
what's his official height?
7'4".
Too high.
7'4". Damn.
Yeah, so with me, I can see over 20 points. I don't know if I can see 2.5 blocks. Maybe like one.
That might be his go-to. He might average 5 blocks a damn game the way he's playing. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's gonna get at least 2.5 for sure. So I don't think those numbers is far off.
7'4". What's his wingspan? That's the biggest thing.
He has an 8-foot wingspan. It's ridiculous.
Ooh, that's
that's like 4. He could guard the whole 5. He can guard all 5 on the defense just by putting his arms up.
Yeah, he doesn't have to come out of the far out of the lane, man. Yeah, that's 8 foot. Wow.
It's just ridiculous the way he looks and the way he can play. It doesn't look like it should happen, but we'll see.
Rio,
it does.
I
want
to see you stream this game when they play your Rockets.
It's gonna be a lot of drinking, a lot of cursing.
You know what? Based on what you're saying now, thinking about it, he's an athletic version of Ralph Sampson.
Yeah,
because Ralph Sampson was the same.
Ralph Sampson can shoot.
Same height.
Yep. Same height
with handle. Ralph Sampson with handle. That doesn't even sound right.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by the athletics. So, yeah.
But the problem with Ralph Sampson was the injuries.
Yeah.
Those injuries. That's
as I said, that's my only concern with him. They'll finally choose a direction. I forgot what they meant by that. Hold on.
Yeah, they need to. Because they've been flip-flopping on whether to go
they
all
don't have
in.
an identity right now.
Are we tanking? Are we, rebuilding?
Right.
Are we?
Their identity is Grady Dick. They got Dick on their mind. That's about it.
Pause.
I drafted Grady Dick.
Hey,
shout out to Randy next shift, my brother.
Randy, you know what he always says. He finally got his.
Yeah, he got his dick. He has
got
dick.
his dick.
Happy to get Dick. All that good stuff. Shout out to Randy. Get better.
Yeah, shout out to Randy. Prayers up to Randy, man.
Get better, bro.
He's going through a lot right now.
Get better, homie.
Salute, Randy.
And hope your Raptors find an identity. Kevontae George. I don't know much about him, so I'll be honest.
Me either.
First team all rookie.
I'm not going to pretend like I know who he is and how he's going to make the all rookie team, but go get it, kid.
Considering this rookie class, that's a tall order.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Wemby, you got Brandon Miller, you got Stu Henderson. That's three. Chet, that's 4.
Chet.
Yeah, that's 4.
The Jazz rotation is their best and smartest passer, someone who will devastate not just in open space but through traffic and out double teams. He may also already be their most reliable off the dribble jump shooter. That's crazy for a rookie off the dribble.
Yeah, you got Webby, Chet, Scoot, Brandon Miller, and both Thompson brothers too. So
Yeah, because that's what they're saying. Victor, Scoot Henderson, Chet Holmgren. Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's Chet. I mean, I get it. Technically, I mean, technically he's not, but he didn't play.
It's like when Ben Simmons won it. He missed his rookie season and played the next year.
I get it. So
Scoot intrigues me the most. I mean, you know what you're kind of getting with Webby. You're getting all kind of craziness. But Scoot's an anomaly.
27 a game?
27?
Exactly.
Boy.
That's what I was saying.
Did you pick him as MVP or something?
No, I voted him as my most improved player.
Oh, most improved. Well, that would get him there if he scores 27 damn points a game.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know, but the problem
who else is scoring for Washington, right?
The problem is for him, he's not consistent. The first game he balled out. The second game he shot a goose egg.
But I mean, the reins should be his. I mean, when he was where he was before, he was what, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th person on the line to score. Now he has the reins. Go for it, kid. You could score 27. Who else?
I can't wait for him and Kyle Kuzma. I cannot wait for that.
Here's the thing, though. That means he's the number one option, and teams will gear their defense to take him away. That's why, to me, it's
you can overcome a one. You're right.
With
Coach.
Golden State, even if he was scoring, you usually had, even if Curry was out there, if he wasn't, you had Klay Thompson. You had other guys who would help take that number one target off of your back. Being at number one,
yeah,
he 27 a game.
He wasn't the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th option over there. Now he's got to do it. We'll see. We'll see what he's made of.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be punching nobody.
Right. It's time to shine.
But that's it, Mitch. That's it.
Hey, it's always.
That was
Hold
interesting.
on, I'm just doing one thing really quick. I thought
there was a Golden State Warrior that choked his coach back in the day.
Yeah, he played for the Knicks.
I got Sprewell jersey back there too. Lawrence Sprewell. There he is. Larry Sprewell.
He choked not only Golden State, but I consider that coach the Seton Hall head coach.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's who he'll always be to me.
All right.
Damian, you're living up to your Jordan Poole taking steroids. There you go, Damian. Good. I knew a dumb comment would come sooner or later.
Damn, you were right there.
Nah. All right, guys. So that's going to conclude pick and roll number 45. I would like to thank Unpopular Opinion for coming on. And whenever you want to pop on, bro, to talk hoops, you're always welcome, man. Just let me know, and I'll see you.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. And on that note, guys, we are out. Make sure you like, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
all day, every day.
Let's go watch some basketball.
Let's go Nets.
Word.